What is Console.info for in JavaScript logging? Imagine you're trying to keep track of what your code is doing behind the scenes. You want to see some messages pop up in your console that tell you important information without confusing it with errors or warnings. That's where Console.info comes in. In JavaScript, Console.info is a method used to send informational messages to the console. It works similarly to Console.log, but is meant specifically for messages that give you updates about your program's state or progress. When you call Console.info with some text or data, it displays that message in the console, often styled differently to stand out. This styling can include icons or colors that help you quickly identify these messages as informational. You can pass one or more arguments to Console.info. These can be strings, objects, or even variables. For example, if you want to show that a certain function has started or finished, you can write Console.info function has started or Console.info data loaded data. This helps you keep your logs organized and easy to read. Using Console.info is especially helpful when you want to monitor the flow of your code without cluttering your console with errors or warnings. For instance, during debugging, you might want to see when a process begins, updates, or completes successfully. These messages can act as checkpoints, making it easier to understand what your code is doing at each step. In web development, Console.info is part of the broader Console API, which includes other methods like console error, for errors, console warn, for warnings, and console debug, for detailed debugging info. Using these methods together helps you categorize your logs, making it faster to find what you need. In server-side JavaScript, like with Node.js, Console.info writes messages to standard output, which is usually your terminal or command prompt. It supports formatting, so you can include variables directly inside your messages using substitution strings. This makes your logs more dynamic and informative. To sum up, Console.info is a simple but powerful tool for sharing important, non-urgent messages during your coding process. It helps you see the flow of your program clearly, organize your logs, and keep track of key information without mixing it up with errors or warnings. By using Console.info regularly, you make your debugging sessions more efficient and your code easier to understand.